Welcome, guys. Welcome, guys. If you can hear me, if you can see my screen, please can you leave a message in the chat box? Good evening, everyone. Somebody just liked the stream. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. Hey, Simeon, what's up now? How you doing? I greet you too, bro. Okay, Hazel, welcome, guys, welcome. Okay, yeah, I think we can start now. So, how you guys doing today? I hope you guys have been able to watch some of the previous videos and get some concept and implemented that in your design. I hope it was helpful. Yeah, I pray it answers for you as well. So before we start today, there's some things that I did not do that I had to. I'm like, oh damn, I didn't do this. So I want to redo them, right, before we proceed. And yeah, just give me a second. One of the first things is for this tab section, there was a color, this blue color, right? There was this blue color that represented the active state, right? And we did not implement that. So let's just come over here. Okay, let's just come over here. I'll open CSS Paper to try and get that color, right? It's not going to be hard. We'll just put it somewhere. It's not going to be hard, I promise. So you see, we'll click on that color or on that element, and we can just pick this color right here. Go back to our workspace, and so we'll just come here to the prototype, the components, right, and the variants. I'll just come here, open heading. Sorry guys, my CPU has started again. No vex. It's because I'm streaming. So I'll come to frame 1 and just come below. Change that color there. Come here. Yeah, this one. I want this frame. Yeah. Oh wow. I want this. Where is this one? Yeah. Okay, so that's the first one. So we'll fix that one like that. Yeah, so we'll just fix that last one. What's this? Can you guys see and hear me perfectly? Is there anything wrong with the video or the audio? Just let me know real quick, please. If there's anything wrong with the video or the audio, just let me know real quick, please. Is it buffering? Just let me know real quick. You can hear me clearly. So it's not lagging or anything. I just want to know that it's not lagging, because I can see right here that it's saying everything is good. Okay, maybe it's YouTube just messing with me. Hey YouTube, don't mess with me, please. Okay, so we continue, right? Well, we just completed this change. So I want to come to select, right? So we were able to build the different sizes for the frames. I think it was 2 days ago, right? But the last time we streamed, we were able to build the different sizes for the frames. We did all of that inside one component. Then if you remember, this is where we prototyped the main interaction, right? This is where we prototyped the main interaction. So what I wanted to show you guys that I did not show you guys earlier was, say for example, now we have this was the test we had for the different sizes, just to see, you know, what they will look like beside each other, which is what we have here, right? Please give me a minute. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so which is what we have here, right? These are the different sizes for the select elements, right? But there's something that I wanted to show you guys. Let me see. Not at all, everything good. Okay, something I wanted to show you guys that I don't know why I didn't show you guys, so let me just do that right now. So I will come to select interaction, right? So what I want to do is I want to give the small and the large states the same interaction as this. Like, I've already prototyped this interaction to a certain place, so I want to give the, because for here now we have the medium, small and large, so I want to make the small and the large state of this particular element. I want it to also have all of these prototypes. So let's see how we can do that easily, right? So I'll click on the select interaction. Mind you, I've already built all the prototype inside here already. As you can see, there's a lot of prototype going on in here, right? So we'll go back to design, click on this select interaction 01. I would hold shift and alt and just drag that outside. You understand? Just to duplicate it basically, right? And you can see it changes to, let me just bring that a bit closer. So as you can see, it changes to select interaction 02. So I will just leave that. I'll just leave that, right? I'll come here. Please look at the layers panel. You can see this one says default, right? If I click on that default, it goes to select animals 02. I want to click on select animals 02, and from inactive, I want this one to be inactive small. So I'll say this one, I want it to be inactive small. Then here, this one is clicked. It's already on select animals 02. So this one is clicked. I want it to be clicked small. Another reason why you should always name your layers. So this one is clicked small. So I don't have to do prototyping, adjustment. Everything is still there. Feel me? Everything is still there. So let's continue. So this one as well, this one is cat selected. I'll click inside cat selected to select this component here. So I want it selected, so I want it to be selected small. Selected small. So come here as well. We're already here at the component we want to change. So this is selected clicked. So I want selected clicked small. Come here. And here we have dog here anyway, so this one is dog selected. Come to animals here, selected, so I want this to be selected small. See, it still retains the name even. Come here, no, that's too far inside, so right here, select animals, I want it to be selected clicked small, right? Selected clicked small right there. Then this as well, I don't think we created the small ones for this, so let's just leave that, right? So now we have select interaction 02. So let me bring in an instance of that select interaction 02. So we have select interaction, I'm guessing this is 01. Okay, that's 01. So let's come to 02 right here and say we want to insert instance. So we'll just cut that instance. Zoom in. So I'll press Command and X on my keyboard. Command and X to just cut that. Right? Zoom out. Scroll to this frame. This is my presentation frame. This is the one I used for small initially. I'll just double tap that and say I want to paste to replace. So when I paste to replace, it has changed it. It's the same thing, so you didn't see the change. But let's come to the prototype here. Right, this is the one we just changed. And let's do this. Sorry, my what do you call it? My laptop is lagging. Just give it a second. Okay, let me go back. I want to bring this to the front. I double tapped on that and just bring it to the front. I want to increase the height of this frame. Just drag it down a little bit. Yeah, that's cool. Come back here and do this so you can see. You see, if I click on cards, it goes to cards. If I click back, it goes to default. So it recognizes excuse me, it recognizes all the prototypes that you've done. Do you guys understand what I just did so far? Do you guys understand that? If you understand, please just let me know in the comment section. Just chat up something so I can see the feedback, please. So basically, like, you can do the same for large as well, right? You can come here, copy the select interaction to. Let me go back to my layers. Sorry. Oh, thank you, Tokia. Yeah. But do you guys understand what I'm doing so far? Following. Ah, my bro. What's good now? What's good? Welcome. Good to see you here. Okay, so again, right? Let me copy this select interaction too. So I want to build the large, like the prototype for the large button. All of these are a lot easier because we already built all that prototype in O1 right here. So we're just duplicating the same state and the same prototype, but just editing the sizes of the buttons. That's all. So we'll come here now to select animals 2, where we have inactive small, and we definitely want inactive large. Exactly, just like that. No stress at all. Come here to click small, say you want click large. Now mind you, if you had not named your layers, bro, before they talk another thing for you, like you know, you really find with no day. You understand? So it's always good to name your layers for real. So this is selected small, so you want it to be what? Selected large right there. And this is also selected clicked small, you want it to be selected click large, just like that. Then here you want this to be, you know, click on this component here inside, selected small to selected large right there. And you want this to be selected clicked large, just like that. Right? So now if I zoom out, come to my assets tab, look for select interaction 03, which should be this one, and I insert an instance, cut that instance with Command and X, zoom in again to my presentation frame, paste to replace here, go back to layers, then I come to, okay, let me go back here and bring this outside. Say this should be, bring this to the front, right? Go back to my presentation and okay, let me just set it so like I can click from the top here because I don't understand why that didn't work. So I'll go back to my components. It didn't work for, if you noticed, it didn't work for the small one too. When I clicked here, it didn't work. I had to come and click here. So let me just set that. So come to the first one, go to prototype. Okay, not this, but the one outside. I'll just take out that interaction and add it again, bring it down, so when you click on it, it comes down. Perfect. So I'll do the same for here. So I'll just select this one. Click, take that out, bring it again. Sorry, I don't want it to be instant. I want it to be smart animate. Ease out 300 milliseconds. Go back, check this one. So you just click on that line there or come here. Change it from instant to smart animate. Okay, so let's see that our changes have been implemented. So that Figma does not make us stress, I'll just come here, right? And I will go to my design, back to my design tab, click here and say I want to reset interactions, right? Come here as well. Say I want to reset interactions, right? Come here. Now, see, when I click on the main button, it comes out. So let me send this one to the back first. Or let me see if bring to the front. I think bring to the front. Okay, well, okay, so you see, sorry, my laptop is lagging. That's why it's buffering like that, right? So let me click out again. Damn, it's really bad, man. Click in, see it, select cat, comes on, click in again, select dog, click out, select cat. You know, this one, obviously we did this one initially. Anything happen? Go back, click here. You know, it's fine. I'll just copy this one, copy from here, paste to replace, come back here. So okay, let me bring that one to the front, bring to the front, right? Go back, see, comes to the front. I'll just select dog from here first, then same here. I can do the same thing here. You know, we didn't set all the interactions for all the animals. We only did from cats and dog. So I can just select cats here and see it works perfectly. So that's how you can, you know, design for all the different sizes without stressing too much. You only have to do one and then set the rest to work like that. So those were the two things that I did not touch on initially that I wanted to touch on now that I thought might be helpful to you guys. So yeah, that's that. I think we're done with that one now. So let's move on to the next element. Let me just close my inspect here. Please, if you guys are enjoying the video so far, leave a like on the stream. Thank you so much. I appreciate it a lot. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Shout out to everyone who has subscribed. Like, I'm amazed by the amount of love you guys are showing me. God bless you so much, for real. You guys don't see we get that day, man. You understand? I wouldn't have been able to do this without you guys, for real. I appreciate the love and the everything you guys put in, the efforts, the time out, all of that. Love still, man. Appreciate. So yeah, let's go back. Okay, so we also have the input component. I don't think we've touched that. I think that input component has a lot of hiccups and contour and all of that. But let's see, man. Is it input? Okay, it's here. Oh guys, man, no vex, man. My laptop is, as you can see here, this software alone is using 56% of my CPU, and background like applications take about, say, 20 to 25%. So 80% of my CPU is being used up like this. So like, no blame my laptop at all. Yeah, so we have to design these, right? I think this one, all right, this one, and what one? I want to design the sizes and the colors but I know we have to design these ones, sha. All these ones no go far. We'll see to it today for sure. These ones for sure. But I think we have to design these two first, and then which other one before those ones? Can somebody just put me on? I know what to design these two first, but which ones I would to design before we get to these? Before we get to these ones, or is it just those first two up top and then these ones? Let me know something, guys. Please let me know. Excuse me, guys. Please, I'm waiting for a response on the input component. I know we have to design these ones right here for sure, and we have to design these ones here. But other than those two sections, which other ones are we to design, or is that all for the input section, for the input components? Guys, I'm waiting for feedback from you guys. If I don't get feedback, I'll move on regardless. Okay, let me just build those ones first, then if there's any feedback, we'll just get back to that later, innit? All right then. So first things first, right? First things first, if you've been following through and if you take Mr. Drew seriously, you understand that he's very particular about details, and sometimes he might not say it, but he's very particular about details. And since we started rebuilding components from quote unquote pro libraries, pro standard design libraries, right? One thing you should notice is the little details here and there. There are little details here and there, just very slight things that you might miss if you don't pay attention. Those are the things that differentiate a regular designer from a pro designer, not your design creativity. There's something I've got to understand. Listen, yeah, if you cannot draw with pen and paper, don't feel like you cannot design. Design is not drawing. Design is process. Design is technical. Design is technology. It is research. It is problem solving, right? Whatever you feel design comes out to be is as a result of it solving a particular problem, right? The reason why this button looks like this is because of the interaction problem. They want to be able to click, like the developers and the UX researchers and the designers probably came together and said, look, for users to know that, okay, they've clicked on this button, let's put a blinking cursor so that they know that, okay, this button is blinking. Just like when you see a hazard light on a car on a road, you know, like they're waiting, or there's an issue with the car, like you just know not to go close to that car because they're not moving anytime soon. You feel me? So just all these little interactions that make usability easy, those are what differentiates a good designer from a pro designer, or a basic designer from a pro designer, right? So before you even want to redesign anything, you have to pay attention to what you are trying to redesign. So that's what CSS Pipa is for you to kind of check out what you're trying to redesign and see what they did, so you can redo it, because it's a redesign. You're redoing what they have done, maybe with in a different way, but basically to the same way they did it, right? So yeah, design is system oriented, of course. Color inputted fields should be part of it. The colored input field should be part of it. What do you mean, Daniel? I don't understand what you mean by the colored input fields. Oh, the colored input fields, like you mean here? I don't think he asked us to design anything with colors, because I remember vividly watching the videos and he said, you if you want to, he said if you want to, you can. It's not necessarily mandatory type thing. My bro. anyway so moving on, right? Yeah, so design is system oriented, right? So let's understand the system that these guys use here. A lot of things you can see repeating itself, like this hover color. We already know what the hover color is and some of the other things, but let's just be sure, right? Because we are trying to build this to the letter. So open up CSS Pipa, then you can click on any element to inspect. I want to know the exact size of this. CSS Pipa is not the best for that, but I find DevTools to be really good for that. DevTools, determining text size for elements. Very good, very, very good. So I'll just open up console right there. Click on this one. There's select an element in the page to inspect it. So I'll just click on that and come and hover on here. Okay, so as you can see, it's not even giving me the text size. Oh wow, okay, false alarm. Let me just click out of here. I mean, I could get it with CSS Paper, but like it is not always accurate. Actually, it is not always accurate, but click out. Okay, hold on. No. Wait, hold on. Wait. So this one is 14. The one on top is 14 by 20, and you're saying this one is, what's this one? 16 by 28. Okay. Okay. So this one is also 14 by 20 up top. 14. This is 14 by 20, of course. Okay, let me see how big this frame is. Excuse me. So this frame is 40 pixels, right? 40 pixels. Now they're saying this one is 14 pixels in text size and 20 pixels in line height, meaning that the height of this is 20. And if this frame is 40 and this is 20, we only have 20 left on the bottom, right? So this one is the text beneath is definitely 16. So okay, no allowed. One more thing I want to see. Click on this. Does it have space between it and bottom? This text has 2 pixels of space between itself and this one beneath. So just by that and knowing that this one is 40, what I'll do is I'll say I want this one to be 14 pixels by 18 instead of 20. Then I want this one to be 16 pixels by 20, so that there will be space of 2 up top. So let's replicate that. But I'm just saying that because if you click on this one goes up and there's a space for this exact text beneath. So that's the whole idea. So let's just run through that real quick, right? So we know this one is the one in the middle is 16, definitely. So let's just say come to our dashboard here, workspace, create a new page for, I'll call this input, right? So here now I'll just click on T to open text and click on the canvas and say I want to write email, right? Then definitely want to make that an auto layout, so I press Shift A. I don't want any spacing on the right and left, no spacing, or do I want spacing on the top and bottom? Okay, let's just leave the spacing on the top and bottom for now, right? So we'll give this the width. Let's leave the width. The height is 40, right? Just like we've seen here. Sorry, just like we've seen here, right? The height of this frame is 40, right? The height of this frame is 40, right? Give me a second. I'm trying to get the particular frame so I can see the dimensions on my CSS Paper. Okay, 1 second, guys, please. Just 1 second, I beg. Yikes. Exactly. So you can see that box is 40, right? And if you check the dashboard, this frame now is 40, right? So I'll just name this label. I'll just name this label, right? So this is 40. Let's check for the width and see the width. So the width is 293, right? So I'll just come here and say I want it to have a fixed width of 293, right? Just like that. Then I want it to be on the left. Check to see there isn't any space here, so you can there isn't any space here, so you can just tell. I'm not trying to use this one because clicking on this one just changes everything, so I'm just using this because it's the same thing, really, right? It's the same thing. So there's no space here, so there's no space on the right and left, but then there's a bigger frame holding this label. There's a bigger frame now holding this label frame. So what I'll do is I'll say, okay, I want to create a frame that's bigger than this one, right? And that has this one inside it. So I'll just press Shift A to create another auto layout, right? And as you can see, there's a much bigger frame. So I'll go back here and I'll click on this main frame. That's the outer one. And as you can see, this is the background color. So I'll copy that background color. It has a border radius of 12 pixels and it has 12 pixels padding on the right and left, 8 on top and bottom. So let's just do that real quick. So I'll just give this border radius of 12. Come to fill. We already copied the color, I'll paste it there. What else? There is a padding on the right and left of 12, then top and bottom of 8. So now let's see our dimensions. 317 by 56. Let's check here. 317 by 56. Correct to the letter. Now that we have that sorted out, we know that there's a hover state, right? So let's do that. Same thing. I don't want to touch this one because it just keeps changing up. We'll do that when we're trying to replicate the clicked states, right? So let's just come here and say, okay, now we have the background color for, like that's the background color for the hover, right? So it is 3F46. So let's go back. Already, before we give it a hover, please give me a second. I'm trying to go back to my workspace, make this full screen. Already, before we make this a hover, we have to make it a component. So we'll just name this one input button 1. Or we'll just say button 1 rather. Say button 1. Right. So make this a component and variant, right? So guys, I've been getting a lot of feedback from, well, let me check to see if there's any. Hold on. I don't need this. Yeah, so I've been getting a lot of feedback from you guys, especially when I start to build components and it becomes a little bit complicated. Please pay attention from this point, I beg. Like, this is where it starts to, or it wants to start to feel like it's becoming complicated, right? Everything starts from your components. Everything starts from your components. If your components are bad, your instances will be bad. You don't use your components in your main design. You use instances of your components in the main design you are presenting. So if the component that you are building behind closed doors isn't clean or isn't proper, what you present as an instance of that component would not be as clean as well. So always try to make sure that you start well, right? So that the ending will be perfect as well. So please follow through from this point. This is where it begins to get technical, right? So I want to build a hover state for that same. This is the button. This button you're seeing here is what we have here. I know this color is different and we'll get to that, but just let's follow through first, right? Or you know what, let's just even change the color right now. So this color here is the same as this color here, right? This color here is the same as this color here. So I want to try and get this color now. Let me see. Let me try and use inspect for that. Inspect is also good with picking colors sometimes. Like, all these tools have their pros and cons, I'm not gonna lie. But let me use inspect to see if I can just solely select that color out of there easily. So I come here and you can see, okay, can't see the color even. Oh wow, can't see the color from here. Oh god, there's no color. kidding, my ski? All right, cool. Not a problem. Still can use inspect for it. The CSS paper inspect, I mean. No. How do I get this color, man? Sheesh. Okay, you know what? Let me use here. Mado. I know what this color is anyway. Okay, that's it right there. Wait, then which one is this? This is D4. Can't be this. Okay, I know what this color is. We've already gotten it in our previous design, so let's just go back, I beg. Because this thing is not about to stress me. Select, yeah, I think select. Okay, so color we are looking for is right here. The inactive state. That's the color right there. So we'll just come here, select here, select here, select here. And that's the color, the A1 AA. So I'll just copy that, go back to my input. Now the reason why I was so comfortable doing that, because I know, like Daniel said here, design is system oriented. That's the system. I know for sure that it has to be that color. Like I don't know for sure, even though I don't work there, but like if I had money to stake, I would bet on it that, bro, that's the color they use, say, you know. So I'll just put that there, put this here. Right, so we have that. Now we want to build the hover state, remember. So this will be default, this will be hover. Use capital letter, let me say hover. Right, now we want the hover color, so we'll just come back here. Three F 4 6. So we'll just say 3F 4 6 to get that hover color, right? Then we come to prototype and set this one to prototype down, not on click, but while hovering to hover on that one. Smart animate ease out. That's okay. Okay. So now when we click on this, however, we can see that when we click on this, we can see that this email goes up and then we have a blinking cursor, right? The email goes up and we have a blinking cursor. I'm trying to click on the frame. Right, but the email goes up and we have a blinking cursor, right? And from here, from this one, we know that the text that goes up becomes 14 pixels by 20. And remember I said that we're going to give it 18 because we want that 2 pixels of space between here. So here now the 2 pixels of space will be between email and cursor. You understand? That you can even see that 2 pixels of space there. You can see the you can see that exactly. You can see that 2 pixels right there. So that's what we're trying to do. So let's go back to our design. Do you guys understand so far? Is it making sense? Like, am I moving too fast? Is it too complex? Let me know, please, before we continue, because I feel like I'm speaking too much complex things. If it's too complex, please let me know before I go so far. I beg. I'm watching out for you guys' comments. Anyway, so now we want to build the clicked state, because like we said, this is the default state and the hover. We'll just build the default state and the hover. We need the clicked state, right, where the label goes up and we have a blinking cursor. So let's do that right now. So come back to button, go back to design, give it a variant, right? So this one will be clicked on. I'm naming it clicked on because of the kind of prototype interaction we have to create to replicate this blinking cursor. We need one like this without the cursor and one like this with the cursor. So you understand as we proceed. So I'll just name this one clicked on, and I think it also has a hover state. Does it have a hover state? I don't think it has a hover state. On the clicked, I don't think the clicked state has a hover state. Okay, so no problem. It doesn't have a hover state. No voila. So just zoom in right there. This is the box that I want to manipulate. I want this one to still be 56 because nothing changed, right? If you click on here, it's still 8 pixels, but I bet. So yeah, so I just want to manipulate this smaller box, the label box, right? So I would say, first of all, I want this text to be 14 by 20. Let me give it 14 by 20 first. I would -2, but let me just give it 14 by 20 first, right? Just to start off. So click on this box again. I want the content to be on top. I don't want padding on top and bottom, 0. I want it to be on top. Then I want the box to have a fixed, sorry, not width, fixed height of, or you know what, let me not give it a fixed height. I'll just Ctrl Z, right? I'll select this email and Ctrl D, which is duplicate. Click on this box, which is label box, and say I want it to be vertical, right? So you can see now it's 48. There's a 8 pixel margin in between. I'll just set that to 2. You can see now it's 42. I'll come here, 14, 18 on the line height. We check here, it's 40 now. We check here, it's 56. Just like we have here, 56, and this is 40. So we're not done. Come here. Let's go back to the design and check out these two again. So this is what, 14 pixels by 20, and this is 16 pixels by 28. So the bottom one is 16 pixels, right? So let's make this one 16 pixels. Wait, I think this is also 40 pixels. Oh, this is 16. I thought it was 14. I bet. Okay, no stress. So we'll make this 16 pixels by 20. But remember here on this first button, we don't have any text. We only have a cursor, right? So no problems. Just come back here, come outside this component and just press P to draw, you know, a line. Click on that line and hold shift, press here. I want it to be straight. Click on done. Come here. I want the edges to be rounded. I want the edges to be rounded just like that. I will cut that. Command X. Come here, and I will just paste to replace. Easy as you like. The height is 29. I will just make the height 20. Remember, we're working with a specific frame, right? We're working with a specific frame. So I will go back to that vector and I will make it, okay, center is calm, but I'll change the color to, this white now. So now let me get the color from here. Let me get this color. This is that default. That's not the white actually. Let me get this one. Yeah, this is the color I want. This ECEDE. This has proven to be their most brightest color from the systems, from working with their system so far rather. Okay, so I give that bright color. I don't like the way it's too big. Maybe because I'm on 200%. I mean, it's calm, right? No? Okay, but I also want it to come to the front. It kind of looks like it's going to the back because it's a stroke. So what I'm gonna just do is I'll come here on email and make it fixed height, not all content. Come on that vector and make it absolute position. I just want to edit the position a little bit. So I want it to come to the front just like this. It's perfect like this for me. So I'll say, okay, that's fine. Then I would also come here and click on plus to give it another variant. So it maintains the same shape. We don't have to do too much editing again. Since you already edited this one, just make another variant of this one easily. So I call this one clicked on. I'll call this one clicked off. Right. So now for here, I will just open that clicked off, click on that vector and make it invisible. Right. So now let's prototype it. This one, when this one, I want this one to move to this and this move back to this. So I set the prototype to be, I'll take out this hover here. Now I explained this the last time we streamed, that the reason why you are seeing this hover here, I did not set an interaction on this element when we on this variant when we edited it. If you remember, the reason why this interaction is here nonetheless is because we already created a duplicate of this one to make this one, right? So it was out of this one we built this one. So originally this one is now carrying this prototype that we set for this one initially. That's all. So when we want to give elements prototype, we check, especially when we're working in components like this where we are making instances of instances and instances of instances, we check to see if there's any interaction that we didn't set and we don't want for any particular element. Just take that out easily. Then come here, drag it down so it comes up on click. I don't want it to be on click. I want it to be after delay, right? After delay of let me say 50 milliseconds. Oh my god, I remember. Daniel, if you're here, Toke, if you're here, CC, if you're here, remember why that thing was always so slow? We're setting the timeout to from here. It's supposed to be from here up top. Oh my god. Excuse me. It's supposed to be up top here. After delay, change to, you know, the clicked off, right? So let's do that again. See, this one still has that hover again. So I take it out and give it a new interaction, set it up. So on not on click, I want it to be after delay, 50 milliseconds. 15 milliseconds. Smart animate, all of that. I'll process this to see how it works before we move on. So now this one, when I hover on it, it comes to this one, right? So now this one, I want when I click on it for it to come here. On click, come here, because like Mr. Joe said, it is after you have hovered on the element you cannot click on it, if that makes sense. Yeah. So now let me bring in an instance of this and see how it reacts. So come back to my design, press F and just draw a frame. I don't want fill, so I'll take out that fill, give it a stroke of what, 4. Leave it inside, leave it the way it is, it don't matter. So I'll come here, close that select tab and open the the input one and just click on this email, insert instance and drag it inside the frame. It doesn't work the first time though, but it'll work eventually. So I'll just present this and you guys have to give my laptop some time to load, please. Hey, whoa, please guys, don't be mad at me or I don't know if this one is my network or my CPU, but it's a load option, no stress. Steady. I bet. Thank you guys for the likes on the video. I really appreciate it, man. I see you guys. I really appreciate it. Shouts out to you guys, man. Okay, finally. No worries. No worries, no stress, no stress, no stress. Just come here, reset interactions, come back. Okay, so we see the hover. Okay, so we see the hover. So let me click on it now. See? I don't like the way it kind of bulges out before it goes back. So let me do something, right? First thing I want to do, I'll just go back here, zoom in, click on prototype, zoom in again, click on this, click on that after. Oh, you know what? Before, I don't want to click on these lines, they look too close to each other. So I'll click here after delay. I want it to be linear. Click here as well. I want it to be linear. I don't want it bouncing off the top or whatnot. It kind of like expands at some point. I don't like that one. I don't like that. Yikes. Okay, let me go back to design. Yikes, 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 yikes. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, so come here, come to the vector. What do I do? Let me make it outside first. Come here. Make this one outside. Right, so let's go back and see. Restart it. Click on it. Come on, I'll leave it like that, I beg. I don't like the way it bulges out. Like, I don't like that. But it's calm. It's calm. Shift plus space will be faster. Oh, for the presenting, my bro. Yeah, you always like that, man. No vex. I didn't see that earlier. I would have gone your route. Trust me. Okay, so let me just say I want. Let me just say I want this vector here. You know what? Let me do something crazy. So I would make this vector uninvisible, like I would bring it out, but I'll give it the color of the fill of the background, so like you won't see it. I just thought about that now, actually, like no cap. So I'll just say, I'll just give it that, right? I'll just give it that. Who's here? Dollar ball. Yeah, we'll get to these guys. All these, we'll get to these as well. So yeah, so what I did was came here, this vector line, I didn't make it invincible. I made it visible by giving it the fill color of the background. And I will remove the stroke and give it a fill instead. Okay, I can't see the fill. I'll just take that out. Command Z, Command Z. I'll leave that there. And this one, I'll just leave it like this, right? Click on the vector. Okay, just leave it like that. I bet. So let's go here now. Let's restart. Click on it again. I don't like that. Like, I don't like the way it just. Nah, I don't like that, man. Or is it because it's too fast? Let me see if I can reduce it just a tad bit. Come to prototype, click here, click here. I want it to be what, 100 milliseconds or 80. Let me say 80. Come to the one beneath, say 80 as well, right? So let's go back, start. One last thing, guys. One last. If this doesn't work, I'll just forget it. Let me just make this dissolve. Oh no, instant. That's all. Instant. Change this one to. So like design is trial and error, guys. You don't really know it all. Nope. I want it to be instant. I don't just like the way it was. I don't. Now wow, see instant. Let's see. Okay, so it's too fast. Let's just like reduce it. I think I prefer that one. Let's just increase it to like 100 milliseconds. Increase this as well. So 100 milliseconds. So let's see. Still too fast. Let's make it 200. Yeah, let's make it 200. So 200. 200. Do you guys understand so far? You guys understanding so far? You guys understanding so far? Please let me know. I beg. Let me know. I beg. I beg. I beg. Yeah, yeah. Okay, this is still too fast. Let's make it 300 then. 300. Okay, let's make it 300. But you see now, I've been able to get rid of that, the way it was coming in and brightening up like it was a light bulb. Like, nah. Wait, what did I do? 250, right? Yeah, 250. Let me see. Yeah, this is calm. This is calm. Yeah, 250 is calm. 250 is calm. Yeah, 250 is calm. So you see, it doesn't have that light bulb effect anymore. Yeah, I like it this way. 300. Yeah, 300 is also calm too. But this is calm. Anyway, let me just make it 300 so it's not all the way fast. 300, man. I love that movie, man. 300. And DSTV will never make us stop watching that movie. Man, god damn. But anyway, yeah, so let's see what 300 looks like. Perfect. Jesus, I'm applauding you. Perfect, perfect. 300 milliseconds, just perfect. Just perfect. Guys, I would stop this stream after we're done with this. I want to switch locations. I want to move to the sitting room for personal reasons. But after we do this, I will move to the living room. So we'll start the new one, like this one on the next stream. Like just 15 to 20 minutes. Yeah. But after we finish the second one, I'll move to the living room. So yeah, anyway, yeah, we're done with this one already. That's all. Click on it, comes on. Click on it, comes on. Oh yeah, no. Okay, so it comes on. I want to know if the click state has a hover. No, okay, the click state doesn't have a hover. So that's just all. And then when you click back on it, it goes back to default. So let's just make our own go back to default. Because here now, if you click on it, nothing happens. It doesn't send you. So let's make it send us for real. It has to send us. Just want to see that this. Okay, everything is perfect dimension wise. Okay, click on done there. Okay, so now what we're going to do is come to prototype, right? Come to prototype, because these ones only have after delay on them. They don't have any click, no hover. So I'll come to the bottom one, give it another interaction to go to the top, right? So when I click on it, I want it to go to the top. Smart animate, linear, just ease out. 300 milliseconds, right? I'll do the same for this because you could be on anyone at any time. Like now it's on off, you know, so you want it to be on anyone. Like now, see, I already set, see, exactly. So see, it's blinking, but you know, so you have to set it on the both of them. Like you have to set it on this one too. So you set it on click, go up, smart animate, ease out easily. So when you come back here, click that, goes back to default, hover on it, click on it, it blinks for you just how you want it, as cool as you like. As cool as you like, man. As cool as you like. For all of those who watch football here, as cool as you like, Cole Palmer with the penalty, you know, or as cold as you like, anyone. But you get me. That's how we've been able to do the first one. Really easy. Really easy. So let's move to the second one, right? So the second one, what's the only difference here? This one has a label beneath as well. And then when you click on it, nothing changes, just the cursor comes on. It doesn't have a hover on the click state too. So let's just prototype that real quick. What I'm gonna do here is I will just drag this to the right, come to my design. Okay, come to my design, zoom in, click on this button 1, and just as we did with those select elements, we'll just duplicate this as well. Oh, going too far. Come back here. Right, we'll just do this, right? So the name is, this is already button 2, no voila. So I'll come here, copy this one here, copy it, come up here, and I would paste it to replace. Why? Because of these sections that we already built in it. That's why I'm doing that. That's all. So I'll come here. What's the name of this one? Default. So I'll name this one default as well. Now this default only applies to this button 2. This button 2 is the component. All of these are just variants. So you can name these whatever you want. You can, this email and this email here can have the same name, but they will never conflict with each other because they are under different components. Just like first name and last name, there are over 1 million titles in the world, but what differentiates them? Their middle name and their last name. Sure you get. So yeah, just approach naming to that same idea. So I'll copy this, and I want to make this just say paste to replace here as well. Paste to replace here, and I would first of all align this. Then I will come to fill, click on fill, and I'll give it this hover color right here. Right. So I would say this one is what? What did I name this one? What did I name this one? Hover. So I'll just name this one hover too. All right, I'll just name it hover. So now I'll come here and I'll start editing it. I don't want an absolute position here. So I'll take out that vector, right? Just delete that. I'll come to the label, click on email, Command D to duplicate it. So you see another one comes down. So I'll go back here. The one on top says email, the one beneath says enter your email, right? So this is definitely 14. This has to be 16. So this one will be 16 by 20 with a 2 pixel space up top. Exactly. Now this one will be enter your email, right? Now if you check here, this one is a bit brighter than the one below, right? So this one is D4 D8. So we'll just copy that color right here, go back here, select on this one and give it that D4 D8 color. So now as you can see, difference is clear. It's looking exactly like what this one looks like. So this has a hover state as well. So you come back here, zoom in, copy this one again, copy it again, because now I've edited it, so I don't want to edit the second one again. Stress. Paste to replace, align it. Okay, align it just like that. Change the name again to hover, then give it the hover color. Yeah, so now I'll copy this. Okay, I will just copy this, come down here, paste to replace as well. I will drag that into shape, I'll be into position rather. Sorry, excuse me for that. Change the fill to the regular fill. Then I would go here, click out of here, come here, copy that vector there, just copy that vector there, copy that vector right there, go here, come here, double tap, right click or left click on your windows, paste here. So it doesn't work, I cut it, come here, paste it there again. Exactly, it's in variant 5 now. So I'll just give it absolute position and move it to exactly where I want it to be. Let me go back, click on it. Yeah, just by the E. Okay, so come here, zoom in, take this to the left. No, I want it right here. Yeah, right there. So I zoom out, right? Copy this one again, copy it, come down, paste to replace, right? Put it into position. Now as you can see, saying the properties and values of this variant are conflicting because you haven't changed the names. So we haven't done that. I know we're gonna get there. But we'll get there. I just want to make sure the designs are done. So come here to this vector now. Remember what we did for the last one? We didn't even make it invincible. We just give it the color of the background, so it's basically invisible. So we'll just do that here as well. Right? So now we'll say, come to name it now. This one is what? Default. This one is hover. This one should be clicked on. Clicked on, and this one will be clicked off. Clicked off, just like that. So now let's go to prototype and see the mess that we have waiting for us. So this one is on. Just take all this out, take all this out, take this out, take this out, take this out, take this out. Okay, so come here, say I want this to hover to the one below. Not on click while hovering. Yeah, 300 milliseconds. Good. Then while this one is hovered on, when you click on it, it should come down. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, on click change to okay, just like that. Then this one, after delay, just scroll down. After delay of 300 milliseconds, instant. That's good for me. Come down as well. Draw this one up. Not on click. After delay, 300 milliseconds here. And that's good for me. Then I also want to make it go back to the original on click. So on click, tell that to go up. Smart animate is out. Perfect. Right here as well. On click, I want it to go up. Smart animate is out as well. So I'll come back to assets and I click on my button 2, which is here. Insert instance, cut that, Command X, zoom out, come into this frame, and I say I want to paste here. Okay, the enter. Go back to design, no voila. Just drag it inside. Right? Perfect, like that. So now let's see. You know one hover, no voila, go back, reset the interactions here. Come here, click on that. Yeah, so this entire email is not supposed to be white. Let me see. It's supposed to be this color, if you remember. So I'll just come here, copy this A1, A. What? Don't tell me I already changed it to that though. I think so. Yeah, it already is that. That's crazy. Okay, no voila. It's the same thing. So there you have it, guys. There you have it, guys. Are you guys with me? Do you understand this so far? I believe this one is really easy. Yeah. Okay, guys. Since we're done with this section now, please, I want to change location. So I'll just end the stream, and we'll resume in 10 to 15 minutes, if not 20 minutes. I just want to change location, like that's all. I was going to the living room to go and enjoy it, see, not too much. So yeah, man. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're not done yet. I just want to, let's take a breather. Let's just take 10-15 minutes to go and breathe. Come back later, right? So I will stop the stream now, and I would reach out to you guys via the group on the next one. So much love, guys. It was amazing. See you back in like 10-20 minutes.